Firefly was asleep on her bed, but she stirred as the door squealed open. I have them. She sat up quickly, standing to her feet, grabbing them carefully, taking them over to a microscope. You did well. Now let's see about lavender here. She took the drop she needed, putting it to the slide with some other liquid, then under the microscope it went. I stood waiting what seemed to be an eternity as she mumbled to herself, never peering away from it. Finally, she jolted up. Yes, but let's not get too ahead of it, let's be sure. I stayed still and quiet. She took out Reem's sample with the same process but said nothing, then she did each of the triplets again, her face serious as she went about her work. I stood, wringing my hands, my body felt cold, waiting for Firefly's conclusion. She turned to me with a breath. The children are all safe. They carry Colt's blood. I looked to her, my eyes wide and my heart beating from my chest. Wait, what? Firefly realized her wording was slipped. Forgive me, I mean Colt's blood type. But Abel's isn't like Colt's, I questioned. It's complicated to explain. To put it the easiest for you to understand, Abel is A negative, Lavender is B negative. Together, each gave the children their letter with the negative. So, negative is good then? Firefly nodded. At least for the children, but Lavender and Abel are still at risk. On the other hand, I will start a batch of my cider just in case. For the children, if they were to have them, this will help them not be overcome by them. I do not wish to give them the update unless needed for now till we know for certain. I let out a sigh of great relief. This would help Lavender relax as well as Abel. So what do we do now? Well, the odds are favoring them slightly more now. But Colt will be the best way to find out. How? If he doesn't see a flame, as he called it, how can he find Abel or Lavender? Firefly put her elbows to the table as she sat, holding to her head. It's like trying to find something you don't know what you're looking for. Perhaps if I train Abel for a time or Lavender, perhaps if they had them, they would... No. He's been around them enough to know them in ways he should see them. Think. How could I? She pulled at her face a moment before slamming her fist on the table. I'm drawing a blank here. I need some inspiration. Abira opened the door. Did I hear someone call for me? Firefly was annoyed in her thoughts. Colt came in with him, but where was Abel? Colt went to my side. Is all well, my snow feather? I held his hand in mine. I think so. Where's Abel? Colt looked to me. He was too much of nerves, so I told him I would check on it all. I could see Colt was just as sick with the worry. The children are safe, but we are trying to think of a way to see if you could find Abel or Lavender. We should try again to find them. Firefly sighed. I think that is our only choice, but I worry of Threepwood. Colt looked to her. As you said, he cannot hurt me. Firefly swallowed. Perhaps not from here, but if you were in close prox to him. He may be able to steal your consciousness for a short time. I see. Well, that is for another time, but now we should find Abel and have a trial here. Firefly nodded. Abira looked to Colt. I'll go find the lad. It wasn't long before Abel burst in. Is it true? Are they safe? His face smeared with pie crumbs. Yes, they're safe. Firefly hushed him. Enjoy your pie, Abel. I giggled as he started to wipe at it. It was very good. If you could tell Lavender for me, perhaps she wouldn't mind making a cherry. I looked to him. You're not saying you ate it all. Abel nodded. I always have a snack before lunch. A snack that was enough pie to feed 10 men. Abel looked embarrassed as he smiled shyly. But I love Lavender's pies. I rolled my eyes. How did she keep him full? Nevertheless, at least his mind wasn't as worried. Firefly held to her chin a moment. Let's try something new. Colt, tell me, how do you see Abel? Colt looked to her. I don't follow. Firefly looked to Abel. How does he taste? Abel's mouth dropped. What did you ask him? Colt smirked. At the moment, I'd say like apple pie. Abel looked like he saw a three-headed cat. Will someone explain? Hush now. Firefly spoke again. Now how does Lavender taste? Firefly whispered. Like lavender? Colt shook his head. No, like warm milk. Abel's eyes widened. I beg your pardon, brother. Will you shut up? Firefly hissed. Now how do they smell? Abel first, she whispered as Colt closed his eyes. Like tanned leather. And lavender? Like plum jelly. Good. Now what colors would they be? Abel would be red, we are blood, but Lavender a light purple, nearly gray. Then go, find them. Abel stood in confusion but said nothing as Colt walked toward him with his eyes closed. It's a void that goes on and on. Abel reached out for Colt's shoulder. You don't need to look to find me here or wherever you are now. Colt took a breath. I see many glows, but no flames. Wait, the orange one again. This time I know I see a spark like a crackling of a flame, but it's not Abel. It's not lavender. Now it's fading. Anything else that you see? Firefly urged. There's a yellow one floating closer to me, but nothing else. Firefly looked to them. Abel, close your eyes. Abel did as he was told, and she gave the same instruction to him that she had given Colt. Apparently to Abel, Colt would smell of blackberries and look like black flames, tasting of horsehair. I clamped the roof of my mouth with my tongue. That sounded terrible to me, but how could he see something in the void that was black like a black flame? Where are you, Abel? I'm just here, my eyes in darkness, but I'm nowhere. No void, no room, no door, nothing. So you don't feel yourself in the back of your mind? No. And you see no flames, nothing different about you? No. All right, well, that's enough of that. They both opened their eyes. No Threepwood? No, Colt acknowledged. Well, that's something in your mother? I didn't see her either. Well, from this, I will say I'm almost certain Abel doesn't have them. I will never be 100% on this. But I'm pretty confident. Nevertheless, Abel, you must always tell Colt or I if something changes. Now I need to get started on the cider. Abel seemed more confused. But, what about Lavender and I? We cannot be apart forever? Firefly smiled. That is not the intention. I think it best if you rejoin her and your children, though I will warn you. As you should explain to her that your children are safe, they will need some accommodations that I will take care of, but another child has many possibilities that wouldn't be so lucky. Understand if you had them, which we doubt greatly is the case. Abel nodded. But Firefly looked to him again before he could talk. It won't help to worry. I cannot give full consent medically, but the odds are in your favor greatly to do as you please. Abel didn't seem any less worried. I shall go tell Lavender the news then. I looked to him. Would you like me to come with you? No, I will tell her. I nodded in agreement. He looked to Colt. Is there anything else before I go? No, enjoy the day and rest. We will work on the equipment tonight. Abel nodded. Colt looked to Firefly. Now what is this about Threepwood controlling me?